you ever wondered why so many degree holders today are struggling to find jobs? It's a question that has been echoing throughout the corridors of academia and the labyrinth of the modern job market. We are living in an era where the world is more educated than ever before. Every year, millions of students graduate, armed with degrees, ready to take on the world and make their mark. However, this surge in education is not always met with an equivalent rise in job opportunities. This is the modern job market conundrum. The job market is like a vast ocean, teeming with a variety of life. There are jobs available, but the mismatch between qualifications and job requirements is often stark. Imagine a marine biologist in the middle of a desert, or a desert explorer in the Arctic tundra. Both are highly qualified, but in the wrong environment, their skills are not utilized to their full potential. This mismatch is not just about geographical location or industry sector. It's also about the evolving nature of work. With the rapid pace of technological advancements, the job market is continuously morphing. Jobs that were once in high demand are being automated or phased out, and new jobs that we couldn't have imagined a decade ago are springing up. Consider this. 20 years ago, the job of a social media manager didn't exist. Today, it's a role that is integral to many businesses. So if you're a degree holder struggling to find a job, it's not because you're not good enough or that your degree is worthless. It's often because the job market has shifted and the skills required for success have changed. The good news is the job market is not a static entity. It's a dynamic, ever-evolving beast, and it's possible to tame it with the right strategy. It's not about discarding your degree or rushing to get another one. It's about understanding the market, identifying your transferable skills, and making them relevant for the jobs that are available. But don't lose hope, because every problem has a solution. The key is to remain adaptable, resilient, and open to learning. With the right approach, you can navigate the modern job market conundrum and find your place in the world of work. Ever heard of the term overqualified? It's a paradox many degree holders face. Now you might be thinking overqualified. Isn't that a good thing? Well, not always. It's a paradox that seems counterintuitive in the job market. You've worked hard, earned a degree, maybe even multiple degrees, and now you're told you're too qualified. It can be a frustrating experience. Here's how it works. Employers often perceive overqualified candidates as a potential risk. They might fear that you're expecting a higher salary than they can offer. After all, your qualifications didn't come for free. You've invested time, effort, and most likely a significant amount of money into your education. It's only natural to want a return on that investment. Another concern is the perceived likelihood of job hopping. Employers might worry that you'll get bored or won't feel challenged enough in the role. They fear investing resources into training you, only to have you move on to a more attractive opportunity. And then there's the power dynamic. A candidate with higher qualifications could potentially intimidate or threaten current employees, especially those in supervisory roles. Employers might worry that you won't fit into the existing team dynamic. So we've got a paradox on our hands. You're qualified, but you're overqualified. You're a strong candidate, but you're too strong. It's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. But don't lose heart. It's a tough situation, but there are ways to navigate this tricky terrain. Overqualification doesn't have to be a death sentence in your job search. It can be a challenge, but it's a challenge you can overcome. In the upcoming scenes, we'll delve into strategies for tailoring your resume, mastering the art of networking, upskilling, exploring alternative career paths, and maintaining persistence in your job search. Remember, every challenge you face in the job market is an opportunity to grow and adapt. So, stay tuned, and let's explore how to turn this paradox into an advantage. It's a tough situation, but there are ways to navigate this tricky terrain. Did you know that the secret to job hunting success often lies in a well-crafted resume? That's right, your CV can be your ticket to your dream job if you know how to tailor it effectively. So let's dive into some strategies to make your resume stand out from the crowd. Firstly, avoid a one-size-fits-all approach. A generic resume won't cut it in today's competitive job market. Instead, tailor your resume to each specific job description. Yes, it's time-consuming, but it's also worth it. Scrutinize the job posting and identify the key skills and experiences the employer is seeking. Then, highlight these in your resume using the same language the employer uses. Secondly, focus on your transferable skills. These are skills you've gained from previous experiences that can be used in a new job. For instance, If you've managed a team in a past role, you've demonstrated leadership, problem-solving, and communication skills. These are valuable, regardless of the industry. Don't just list these skills, though. Provide examples of how you've used them to achieve results. Next, stress on your experiences, not just your qualifications. Yes, your degree is important, but employers are also interested in what you've done and what you can do. Highlight relevant projects, internships, or work experiences. Show how these experiences make you a perfect fit for the role. Moreover, don't forget about your soft skills. Whether it's teamwork, adaptability, or time management, these skills are increasingly valued by employers. Again, provide examples to back up your claims. Lastly, keep your resume concise and clear. Avoid jargon and keep the language straightforward. Remember, your resume should tell a compelling story about your professional journey, not confuse the reader with unnecessary details. A well-crafted resume is not just a list of your qualifications and experiences. It's a marketing tool, showcasing your skills, experiences, and fit for the role. It's your chance to show an employer why you're the best candidate for the job. Remember, your resume is your first impression. Make it count. With a tailored resume in your arsenal, you're one step closer to landing that dream job. Ever heard the phrase, "It's not what you know, but who you know"? This age-old saying holds a lot of truth, especially in today's job market. Networking, the art of building and maintaining professional relationships, plays a crucial role in career advancement. It's like weaving a web of connections that could lead to job opportunities, partnerships, or valuable advice. So, how do you network effectively? Well, let's start with the basics. First, you need to be genuinely interested in people. This isn't about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. It's about forging meaningful relationships. When you meet someone, show genuine interest in their work and their ideas. Ask insightful questions and listen to their answers. This way, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're someone who cares. Next, remember that networking is a two-way street. Don't just think about what you can get out of the relationship. Think about what you can offer as well. Maybe you can share your own insights or lend a helping hand in their projects. This reciprocity makes the relationship more balanced and sustainable. Now let's talk about networking in the digital age. Social media platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook have made it easier to connect with professionals around the world. Engage in discussions, share relevant content, and reach out to people in your field. But remember, online networking should complement, not replace, face-to-face interactions. Finally, don't forget to leverage your existing connections. Your college professor, your former co-worker, or even your neighbor could know someone who has the perfect job for you. So don't be shy. Reach out and keep in touch. In conclusion, networking is about more than just making contacts. It's about building relationships, learning from others, and opening doors to opportunities. And remember, the process of networking is ongoing. It's not something you do once and forget. It's something you continuously work on. The more people you connect with, the better your chances of landing a job. In an ever-evolving job market, upskilling has become more important than ever. But what exactly is upskilling? Well, in simple terms, it's the process of acquiring new and relevant competencies to stay ahead of the curve. It's about being proactive and taking charge of your professional growth. Why is this important, you might ask? Well, with technological advancements and the shifting landscape of industries, the skills that were once highly sought after may not hold the same weight today. To keep up with these changes, upskilling is not just a nice to have, it's a necessity. The beauty of upskilling is that it can be as broad or as specific as you need it to be. It could mean delving deeper into your field of study or branching out and learning something entirely new. For instance, an English graduate could upskill by learning about digital marketing, thereby opening up a whole new avenue of opportunities. Similarly, a computer science major might decide to learn about project management to complement their technical skills. Upskilling also shows potential employers that you're an active learner, that you're adaptable and ready to take on new challenges. It can give you an edge over others who may have similar qualifications but lack the additional skills you've gained. It's an investment in your future that can pay off in a big way. There are numerous ways to upskill: online courses, webinars, workshops, or even self-learning through books and resources. The possibilities are endless. It's about finding what works for you and committing to it. Now, it's important to remember that upskilling is not about chasing every new trend or learning every skill out there. It's about understanding your career goals, identifying the skills you need to achieve them, and then working towards gaining those skills. It's a strategic and thoughtful process that can truly propel your career forward. So, whether you're a recent graduate struggling to find your footing, or an experienced professional looking to advance your career, upskilling can be a game changer. Remember, learning doesn't stop once you've got your degree. Who said a degree in one field means you're stuck in that field forever? This is a common misconception that has held many captive in career paths they're not fully satisfied with. But here's the good news. Your degree doesn't define you, it equips you. It's a tool that can be used in countless ways across numerous fields. Let's engage our imagination a bit. Picture a history major who found passion in the tech industry and is now thriving as a software developer. Or a biology graduate who discovered they had a knack for communications and is now a successful PR specialist. These scenarios aren't just figments of imagination. They're real-life stories of individuals who dared to venture outside their degree fields and found success in unfamiliar territories. Your degree equips you with a wide range of transferable skills. A philosophy major, for instance, has honed their critical thinking and problem-solving skills, abilities that are highly sought after in fields like business and tech. An arts graduate, on the other hand, has developed a keen eye for aesthetics and detail, skills that can be applied in marketing, design, or even event planning. Exploring alternative career paths isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of adaptability and versatility. It shows potential employers that you're not afraid to step out of your comfort zone and take on new challenges. It's about leveraging what you've learned in one field and applying it in another. Remember, it's never too late to change your career path. It doesn't matter if you're a fresh graduate or a seasoned professional. What matters is your willingness to learn, your adaptability, and your determination to succeed. So if you're feeling stuck or unsatisfied in your current career, consider exploring alternative paths. You might be surprised at the opportunities that await you in fields you've never considered before. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and explore new opportunities. After all, the only constant in life is change. And sometimes that change just might lead you to a fulfilling career you never thought possible. Job hunting can be tough, but remember, persistence pays off. We've all heard that phrase, haven't we? It's not just a nice thought, but a proven fact. The road to success is often long, winding, and filled with unexpected detours. But it's those who stay the course who reap the rewards. Let's consider Thomas Edison, the famous inventor. He failed a staggering 1,000 times before he was able to create a working light bulb. When asked about his failures, he simply said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This is the essence of persistence. It's not about never failing, but about never giving up. In the context of job hunting, persistence is about continuing to apply, even when you've faced rejection. It's about tweaking your resume, honing your interview skills, and expanding your network, one contact at a time. It's about learning from each no and using it to propel you towards that eventual yes. There's no denying that the job search can be draining. It's easy to feel deflated, to question your worth or your abilities. But remember, each rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a stepping stone on the path to the right opportunity. So how can you maintain your persistence? First, set realistic expectations. Understand that rejection is a part of the process and that the perfect job might not come immediately. Second, keep a positive mindset. Celebrate the small victories, whether that's a well-written cover letter or a promising interview. And finally, take care of yourself. Job hunting is a marathon, not a sprint. Ensure you're taking time to rest, recharge, and reflect. The job search is a journey, and like all journeys, it requires patience, resilience, and a healthy dose of persistence. So, even when the going gets tough, keep going. Keep applying. Keep learning. Keep improving. Because in the end, it's not about the number of rejections you face, but the determination you show in the face of them. Remember, the right job is out there, and with the right strategies, you can find it. So, what have we learned today? Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane and revisit the main points we've discussed in this video. Firstly, we dove into the modern job market conundrum, where we explored the paradox of overqualification. It's a unique situation where having a degree isn't enough to land a job, and in some cases it might even be seen as a disadvantage. But there's a silver lining here. We learned that by tailoring your resume to the specific job you're applying for, you can present yourself as the perfect fit for the role, regardless of your academic qualifications. Next, we ventured into the art of networking. Remember, it's not just about who you know, but also who knows you. By actively reaching out, attending events, and nurturing relationships, you can tap into opportunities that aren't advertised and get a foot in the door at companies you're interested in. We also touched on the power of upskilling. In a rapidly changing job market, staying relevant is key. By continuously learning and adding new skills to your repertoire, you can stand out from the crowd and increase your chances of landing a job. Then we explored alternative career paths. Just because you have a degree in one field doesn't mean you have to stick to it. There are countless opportunities out there that value transferable skills over specific academic backgrounds. Don't be afraid to think outside the box and consider careers you hadn't before. Lastly, we talked about the importance of persistence. The job hunt can be challenging and disheartening at times, but remember, every rejection is just one step closer to an acceptance. Keep your head high, continue to refine your approach, and never lose sight of your goal. Armed with these strategies, degree holders can navigate the job market with confidence. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback.